Yeah, I got it. Hey, family. Good evening. Welcome to Play My Music. It's the first time we're doing it live. Tonight, we'll be discussing the impact music streaming is having on musicians and artists. Um, Tonight, my guest is um, wonderful, very talented, gifted, professional musician here in New York. And I'm waiting for another guest, waiting for Anthony Corley. He's having some technical problems. But we're going to be discussing this issue. Um, I'm just, I'm very disappointed in the industry right now. And not only the industry, but even folks who like to purchase music. Now we've gotten to the point that folks they won't even download one song for 99 cents. They'd rather stream it. And I just don't think um, fans, music fans, they're really aware of how much streaming is hurting the musicians and the artists. We are putting a lot of work, a lot of time, and folks are just like, la di dee, la di dum. Let's just stream it. And it's just really a slap in our face. So we want to talk about that tonight. So let's start off with you, Sam. Thank you
How
for
are you
joining me
doing?
tonight. Good to see you, my man.
How do I
Uh,
sound? I'm on a different
yes.
audio setup.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you, bro. I hear you really
Excellent.
good. Let me see. Let me go to Facebook real quick and see if I see anything. I don't know where I am. uh, okay. I don't see what's going on there. So I'm just coming back to Zoom. I'm assuming that we're on. I don't try to. This is my first time doing this, so I don't know what happened here. Oh, okay, I see it. And we want those of you, if you feel the comment, you know, let us know how you feel about all of this, about the streaming issue. Okay, Sam, let's get your opinion on this. Start us off.
Well, first of all, I'm for those who don't know me, I am Samuel Tolbert. I am a retired church musician serving in three different denominations: the Baptist Church, excuse me, Church of God in Christ, my home denomination, the Baptist Church, and my last 19 years for the Methodist Church. So I was exposed to a
Hmm.
lot of different genres of music, and fortunately, during that time, I had an opportunity to work with the late Reverend Timothy Wright, who was a tremendous songwriter from the New York City area. Even when he would attend the different Kojic church conventions, I had an
Hmm.
opportunity to be there, to be a part of what he was doing there musically. So seeing someone in the industry who was, as I think that time was signed to Savoy Records
Hmm.
and some other record companies. He had his own choir. He worked with the New York City Community Choir. So I got a chance to see not only the church side of music, but the
Hmm.
industry side of music. Of course, I also purchased albums back then. I realize album is a old time cliche now, but it was nothing to run to Rainbow Records in New York City on 125th Street and Lenox Avenue, go to
Hmm.
the gospel section and see what new albums came in.
Right.
So I got a chance to observe technology from albums to cassettes to CDs to streaming.
Hmm.
I saw the erosion of the money that artists were going to be getting, because now it's a lot easier. You don't have to go to the store. You don't have to wait for the next album to come in. Even when they offer them for sale on through Apple iTunes, you can listen to the same album on the old album on YouTube for free.
Right.
And no one consumes music like those of my generation did. And for
Hmm.
those, again, I'm the tail end of the baby boomers, so I'm 67 years old, thank God. So I still appreciate a good production, but
Yes.
nowadays the productions are so watered down, and in some cases made in a bedroom, and they
Hmm.
get a million streams. You can't compete. Those who put the time in and the work in to make it sound maybe not perfect, but as correct as possible.
Yes, yes. So, what do you think? I'm just so dismayed at. So you spoke. I guess you spoke from the industry perspective, and those of us who create music. I don't understand what happened to the fans. I don't. Why don't fans, music fans, understand the importance and the dedication we as musicians and artists put into our craft? Why, why do music fans find it so easy to just stream music and I don't they don't realize that we're losing out. I'm trying to make me try to understand that.
When the fast food industry was a beginning uh, vending place,
Hmm.
nobody really wanted to support it because you always had mom home to cook, always mom's home cooking. Why are you spending money on French fries at McDonald's when I can cut up a potato?
Right.
But then when mom got busy and didn't feel like cutting that potato, here's $1, go to McDonald's and get you a pack of fries, a hamburger, and a soda for 99 cents. That's
Hmm.
back in my day. It got cheaper, it got less expensive, and became more convenient so that the quality of the person listening now all of a sudden didn't care.
Mm.
They weren't going to sing that song while they're humming. I came from the era where in schools you got music, what's the word I used to call it? Appreciation. So
Hmm.
that you heard all types of music. So you could center in. Did you like the pop sound? Did you like the disco sound? Did you like the classical sound? Did you like the traditional sound?
Hmm.
When they began to take those priorities out of the schools for the coming generations behind me, music became that less important. Again, during the disco time, it was about the beat, some chords, and somebody screaming. But
Right.
disco came and went,
Yes.
and the pop culture sound took its place.
Okay, that's a good response. I see who's watching. Gina, thank you, Gina, for watching. Darrell is watching. Monty is watching. Um, I remember the days too, Sam, when I can go into Tower Records and play records, albums, and if I didn't, if I only liked one or two songs, if I wanted to walk out of the store with it, I had to purchase the whole album. Now, even CDs, you know, CDs was wonderful, but you had to get the whole thing. Now, and I've told some of my friends, I've been in a few rehearsals, and I kind of, in a nice way, but I kind of told the singers, now how dare you? How dare you? I said you won't even you won't, and in my phone, every piece of album in my phone, I purchased it. I don't believe in any streaming nothing. I believe in supporting the artist. I don't care what genre it is, and I don't understand why music fans cannot understand how much of a slap in the face it is to just no type in an artist, type in their music, and just stream it. So my concern is, what is the industry going to do about it? I saw a video clip of Snoop Dogg, maybe about 2 or 3 months ago, and he addressed it. Somebody asked him about the streaming, and of course he said it in his own way, but um, basically what he said was, if I get 1 million streams, well, the money should be coming close to that, and it's not. And he said, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know who's organizing the streaming stuff, but um, if he's getting 1 million streams, then he should be getting close to that amount. Maybe not an exact amount. What do you think about that?
I've been following technology. I'm a former IBMer,
Hmm.
48 years, so I saw technology before a lot of the um, population saw it.
Hmm.
when it became possible to rip audio off of CDs or create your own CD, or your own compilation from your buddy's CD that he paid for, and then you make 1,000 copies, and both you stock your cars and
Hmm.
go out and sell them. That's when the industry really started to go down because you couldn't make an album that pressed on that vinyl. You had to have the company to do that. But when
Hmm.
the CD or even cassettes, when the cassettes became popular, or even going to go back to cassettes, 8-track tapes, where you
Hmm.
could now record from different albums on an 8-track tape and then copy that, duplicate that 8-track tape and share it with people. I'm
Hmm.
a recipient of choir directors doing that to me. When I'd want to
Hmm.
see the album, I'd get a cassette tape with 8 songs on it and never knew who the artists were. I'd get the song from listening to it, or they would write on the label,
Right.
song one, this song two, that song. Never known who the artists were, who the musicians were. I'm used to having an album in my hand that I could turn around and see who was on it.
Exactly.
So
And that's another issue. You're right. We don't have that when you're downloading music from the internet. You don't even know anything. In fact, when I did my last album, I had to go on my website and just make a different page and just list all the musicians who played on my album, all the singers. Why did I have to go through all of that? And who did the leading on what? And who did the guitar on what? I had to go through all of that on something separate, hoping that people will log into the website to even read that. Why? Because 'cause I remember when I put my album out, one young man hit me up and said on Facebook, he said, "Man, the music sounds great, everything sounds great, but we don't know who's playing what." I said, "Yeah, you're right, but there's nothing I can do about it." So my next best thing was to go to the website. Do you foresee the industry changing in terms of making music fans more accountable for purchasing artists' music? Where do you see that going?
being a pessimist as I am, if that is the correct word, when you let the genie out the bottle, when you open up Pandora's box, when you made it possible for even someone to record what we're doing right now and then
Hmm.
go and create their own response video to it and get paid for it by views on YouTube, how many people can you chase down?
Right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. That's a good point. I mean, I don't know what the resolve will be, but um, I was talking with a friend of mine earlier. Actually, I was talking to Anthony Corley, who's supposed to be on tonight. Um, we were saying that somehow they have to change. Well, one thing we talked about, it would be a thing of the musicians came together, musicians all around the world, musicians and artists, and took a stand. Now, I don't know what we could do to possibly change all of that, but something has to be done because musicians and artists all around the world are getting ripped off. Getting ripped off. We're putting all these hours, hiring musicians, hiring singers, hiring engineers, hiring producers, putting all our resources into one work. And the music fans, all they want to do is just get it for free. And that's just, I mean, how would the fans feel if, like, nobody put out any more music? They wouldn't like that. And plus, neither would artists, because it's in us to create. It's
Hmm.
in us to produce. It's in us to put the music out. So I know this is probably a discussion for a long time. I mean, it didn't just start because we're talking about it. This has been an issue for a while that musicians and artists are suffering because of people streaming the music. Um, and the companies that are offering this, I don't want to call any names, but it's an issue. It's an issue. Any ideas on how that could? I mean, you just said it's hard. Well, let me ask it this way: do
Hmm.
you think it's possible that purchasing music can somehow get back to folks actually purchasing the album as opposed to streaming it. Well, yeah. I guess it's kind of still there. I mean, like there are platforms where you can't stream; you have to purchase the music. Um, do you see it going back to that, like just strictly platforms where you have to just purchase the music if you want it?
You number one have to know who you're writing the music to. Um, I've been watching the gentleman Anthony Oliver,
Hmm.
who sang that song "Rich Man" from uh, from north of Richmond. When that
Hmm.
song became a viral on YouTube, generally what I do is when anybody goes viral, I go to a site to check how are they getting their, in my case, YouTube money.
Hmm.
When I saw his how low his streaming was until that song came up, and then it took off like this, and I said, "Oh, off of one song, a guy with no studio production, at least that I could see. Now maybe
Hmm.
some studio production when the video was done, but it gave the impression of here's a guy out in his yard with his dog on the ground singing a song, playing a guitar, and he was up to 53 million views. Now I pay attention to that because
Hmm.
I'm a musician. I want to hear what chords, what melody, what inflection his voice was that got that many views.
Mm.
So can
Wow.
we put the genie back in the bottle as far as stopping people or deterring them from listening for free on a YouTube platform or Spotify or Pandora? No,
Hmm.
we can't stop that. That's like saying we're going to take away your cell phone.
Mm.
But the one of the alternatives that I can look at is if you can be so creative in your music where you garner the minds and the listening ears of the masses, you now only make that song available from your platform and don't go through the
Bingo.
established platforms that are out there like it was in the old days. If you wanted a record from Savoy Records, only they were going to make it.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. Hey, Maurice. Maurice says, go back to the old way, making albums and people going to the store and buy them. Well, that's kind of similar. And who else is this? This is I can't say his name. Uh, Last name is Villamue. I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you for watching. Well, you kind of just answered that right there. One of the solutions would probably be to just, you know, sell your music from your own platform. And a lot of the big artists are doing that. Um, it's just, and I get it. It's so convenient to, you know, send it to iTunes, send it to Apple, send it here, there, everywhere. But we're just losing out, and I don't know what the resolve is. But like you said, it's like the genie's already out. So how do we how do we correct that? I don't know. Um, the old time way was just so much easier, and I just don't understand how the platforms don't see how overall this idea of streaming is just hurting the artist. Um, I guess the ideal situation would be where they make it where no one can no longer stream anything. That would be ideal, but I guess that's not realistic right now. Um, and that's I guess that's the bottom line. I just wanted to just see what folks think about this. Um, I got a few comments coming in. Um, any more ideas about that, Sam?
Well, I'm a music composer myself. I do have songs on the in several streaming sites. I will go to those sites and see whether or not they are being picked up on, and there's maybe 80 cents here, $1.80 there. I go, okay, because I realize I'm a drop in a huge ocean.
Yes.
but I continue doing what I'm doing, building an audience. Now, here's one thing I did back in the 80s. I was so enthralled with being in the recording and as a composer, and I wanted my own recording business.
Hmm.
I couldn't get any feedback from those who were around me in my area. So I got on a plane and went down to Nashville, Tennessee, because I was a member of the Gospel Music Association. They are having a convention. I said, I'm
Hmm.
going down to Nashville because I want to hear from the people who actually turn the wheels, who cut the albums, who cut the CDs. And in those meetings, I wasn't just me, it was hundreds of people in a room, and they
Hmm.
were talking about the industry and how they represent the top names. So if you come down here thinking you're going to pass us a tape, we're going to throw it in the trash. I'm like,
Hmm.
that's what I wanted to hear. They said, if you want us to notice you, shake up the dust where you are and we'll hear about you. Which means if you've got a composer spirit, a singing spirit, where you can get audiences to listen to you, where your singing competes with who they got signed, your name will pop up in somebody's meeting, generally through an attorney. And that gave me what I needed to understand, that I cannot expect to just, as they say, you know, dress up a cassette tape in a nice pretty box and say, hey, listen to this. Because they said, the minute we get it, we know where it's going, in the trash. We'll never hear it. But now, if it comes through a music attorney who we trust and work with, we may give it some airplay. But after 15 seconds, if it does nothing for us, back in the trash it goes. And then we're questioning him or her, why did you bring that to us?
But see, now my problem with that is, so that means the possible future of my music is depending on somebody's opinion. And I don't like that. That's why I don't even like contests, because who are you to decide that my music is quality, or is worth being heard to the masses or not? You may be here in the bed. You might have woke up on the wrong side of the bed that day, and just mad and angry about everything. It's like I don't. There's got to be a different system. I don't, and that's part of the problem. Is like, and what you the out then the example you just gave is okay for big time superstars, but what about the independent artists? What about the independent artist who's struggling and cannot get a big time lawyer and everything that's needed to get noticed, to make some noise?
That's when you,
And I think
that's
that's
when,
why
mhm.
that's where this came in. That's why the internet gave independent artists like, oh wait, I don't need a big record deal. I don't need to be signing it. I could do this on my own. So I guess there are pros and cons, and see
Mhm.
that's the good part of being being an independent artist, is that you don't need a record company. You can just put your music out. But then, like you said, that's a drop in the ocean. And then on top of all of that, you got some companies that are offering streaming. I just don't know how, who voted on that, who decided. Okay, I get it. You iHeart or somebody like that. Okay, you run your music through some of these platforms, they get a percentage. I can live with that. But it's like, who thought it was a good idea for music fans to stream music for free, and then the artists get like you said, like 8 cents from for every. And the percentage, that's another thing. The percentage is crazy. The percentage, if somebody streams Snoop Dogg's music, he gets 1 million streams. What's that? I don't know the math on that, but it's ridiculous. It's insulting, and I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do about it. See, Travis, thank you for watching. Um, and you said, like you said, the genie's already out, but something's got to be done, because eventually, more and more musicians, I feel, they're gonna develop their websites. They're gonna develop their own platforms and just say, forget about this. this platform, that platform, because they're making the money. We're not, right? And we have to. It'll be one thing if they offered some nice promotion deal, some nice marketing where you market it to the top radio stations. They're not offering anything. It's like, yeah, sure, we'll distribute your music, we'll have it on our platform, but after that, that's the end of it. Um, and forgive me, y'all, if I'm just rambling. This is like this is one subject that really, it annoys me because there's too many talented artists and musicians that are putting blood, sweat, and tears into their projects, like you and me and a whole lot of and millions of other people, and it's like we're just not winning on this. It's like I wish it was a way we can capture the good old days when everybody had to purchase your music and somehow make that convenient, because I get it. It's very convenient to go to your phone and just download, once go eeny meeny miny mo, boom, I have the music that I want. But now it's just too easy. It's just too easy. So I'm not gonna keep belaboring this. I know we've been talking for about half hour, so I'm gonna end this soon. But any last thoughts on this?
Only that I watch all the artists, not just gospel, but the secular artists also. And whenever I see them get over 1 million views on one song, I go and I listen to that song for its music content, for its lyrical content, so that I can understand what is the masses listening to. Now, yes, we want to, in a sense, service our music for the religious community. But since our numbers are not as vast as the general masses, in order for us to be able to financially benefit from it, we may have to, as they say, do the crossover music because they've crossed over into where we are and are doing well.
Yes. Well, actually, now that you said that, I'm really addressing all genres. It's not, yeah, you're a gospel musician, so am I, but I'm concerned about everybody. Um, because all genres, it doesn't matter. Just like uh, we're here in New York City, it was raining like crazy. It was raining on everybody. It was raining on the black man. It was raining on the Jewish. It was raining on the Puerto Rican. It didn't matter who you were. When it rains, it rains. And that's the same problem with this situation. All genres are being affected. All genres. It's not just us. And especially the independent artists, no matter what genre of music you do, we're all being affected. And these streaming platforms are sucking us dry. And I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. It's not fair. We're putting in too much work for I don't know who came up with this idea, but something needs to be done. Travis, thank you for your comments. You saying him and his partner were just talking about this the other day. Um, he says when you get an idea, put an idea with you've been working around. Okay. Yeah, well, we're going to I'm gonna do this again. I know my music is my podcast is about I play music from independent artists, and we interview them like we're doing now. Sam has been on here already. We played a couple of his songs, and we just need more situations like that. So this is my first time doing a live, so I'm a little, I'm just trying to feel my way. But I know this needs to be talked about, and I'm not sure we're going to continue this on Sunday night, or maybe I'll just wait till next week. I'm not sure, but I will post an announcement. Get people more involved. If any of you would like to discuss this, hit me at playmymusic711 at gmail.com. I would love to have a discussion. That's playmymusic711 at gmail.com. And we can have a panel discussion on this. I would like to have some more artists in here talking about this and get everybody's take on this. Who's that? Sean. What about a rising artist? Do you play them as well? Yes, we do. Yes, we're not discriminating. So again, just hit me at playmymusic711 at gmail.com. And of course, we're going to leave this video up on my page so you can go back and review it. Sam, I really appreciate your take on this. And, I'll probably be annoying you again to come back and discuss this issue. I'll be really interested to see what possible solutions musicians and artists would have that could possibly get someone to listen and to make change, because it's like, and with the quality of the instruments now, there is, things are so much better than they were 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. So with the productions that's coming out, and you know in many genres, we deserve for people to treat us right. you know um if we're putting music out, we should be able to reap from that, you know at a you know decently. Wouldn't you not agree?
Yes, which is why I keep up with the actual production part of it. I don't know if you've been aware of it, but Apple, iTunes, and I believe Spotify is now requesting that if you're going to submit a song to them, it must be in a spatial audio format also, which is seven sound surround for those who have seven surround speakers and
Mm-hmm.
actual headphones,
Mm.
which is called Dolby Atmos. And I've been training myself because I purchased the 'cause I have Pro Tools.
Mm-hmm.
I purchased the actual Dolby Atmos renderer, and I've been remixing my productions in that sphere just to get comfortable doing it. A
Mm-hmm.
whole new set of rules, but Apple iTunes has now made it where we don't want your music unless we have a copy of that and the stereo mix of it.
Okay. I think I finally got Anthony in.
Hey,
What's up, Anthony? Anthony Corley is a bass player here in New York City. Uh, can you hear me, Anthony?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Good, good. Okay, we were almost about to wrap it up, but that's good. I'm in no rush. Sam, you have a few more minutes?
yeah, plenty of time.
Okay,
I'm
great.
retired.
All right, Anthony Corley again. He's a bass player, awesome bass player. He's played for so many artists. My friend and buddy here, right here in New York City. Anthony, we were talking about this earlier. Um, I'm so disgusted at some of these platforms that are just robbing us as musicians and artists. Talk to me, Ant.
um, yeah, it's crazy, because the artist works so hard putting putting content together,
Hmm.
and then you spend thousands of dollars. Sometimes you spend thousands of dollars just doing one song if you really want to do it right.
Hmm.
You know, putting the production, paying the musicians, paying the singers, getting the studio if you don't have one. And
Hmm.
so it's a lot that goes into doing production and doing studio work to present something to the people. And you do that with the intent of maybe financially kind of either breaking even or coming back. But with the streaming services, it's like it's ridiculous. We're losing money like you would not believe. Um,
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I mean, I'm almost, hey, we from the old school. I'm
Right.
cool with staying with CDs. CDs. I might even go back to cassettes, need be, 8 track, if you will,
They
because if you remember those times, that's when people supported music.
didn't have
They
a
su-
choice.
they didn't have a choice.
They didn't have. If you
Now,
want, now it's convenient, and that's the problem.
and it's
It's
too
so
convenient.
convenient. It's too convenient,
It's too
and that's the
convenient.
problem.
And the artist is losing money. The only time the artist makes money is through a concert,
Yeah, they tour.
through
They got a tour. They got
doing
a tour.
live tours. That's the only time. But other than that, it's like it's to me, it's just crazy. It's not right, and it sometimes it makes you kind of a little. You feel a little like apprehensive about really doing a project
Hmm.
because you're gonna put the money into it. You're gonna spend late hours staying up, getting it
Hmm.
right. You're gonna do everything you need to do to get this project out and get it done, only to have people stream it for free. And
You
it's
know what I
like,
don't understand? I could understand total strangers possibly doing that, and I've gotten on some of my friends. It's like, they laugh it off, but I'm like, it's a slap. It's a slap in the face. I'm telling you as a friend that I have a new album out. It's okay. I'll go stream it.
right. Instead of supporting,
Right. Every song I mentioned earlier, every song in my album. I mean, every song, every album in my phone. I paid for it. All
mhm,
kind of genre, jazz,
right.
classical. It doesn't matter because first of all, I want the convenience of when I want to hear an artist. Boom, it's right in my phone. I ain't gotta
Right.
go and stream none of that stuff. But I think what I'm gonna start doing with this, we're gonna do another series. And I don't think some people, I won't just have a broad brush. Some people really don't mean any harm. They just don't know any better, and I just think
Mhm.
they don't realize. People think when they listen to an album, it's most albums are it's wonderfully produced. The production is there. It sounds like people just walked in the studio, sang the song, and went home. The average person, the average listener has no idea how many hours it has
It
taken
takes
just
right
to record one song.
one song.
And
No,
some and
not
me and
even that.
I'm a perfectionist.
Just
So
to
if
record one
I have
part.
folks here in the studio and I'm like, nope, that ain't cutting it. Y'all gotta come back. What's that you showed us?
These are all the songs that I actually pay for.
Yeah, exactly. I
Oh,
purchase. I don't stream nobody.
oh, I have a
I do the whole
plethora
album
of
just like we
stuff.
did,
Yeah,
in the olden days. It's like
I'm gonna
either
do the whole album,
the whole
even
album,
if
even
I
if I
only
don't listen
like
to the whole
two
thing.
songs on the album. You
Exactly.
understand?
Exactly.
But I don't get it. The streaming thing is just ridiculous. But I want to say to the people that stay away from Spotify. Stay away from Spotify. Spotify
See, I
is,
wasn't gonna say nothing, but you don't
well,
put it out there,
I'm
so
gonna say it. Stay away from Spotify. They're of the devil. They're of the
yeah,
devil
man,
because you
it's
stream. But see, they'll stream your stuff for free, but they're gonna make a commission off of it
of
and
course,
give you 1 or 2%.
yeah,
I mean,
pennies.
they're highway robbery, ridiculous. So we have to find another way of getting our music out where the artist will be compensated properly.
Properly. That's the
Properly.
key word. Travis, this is the best discussion I've heard about this topic ever. Thank you, Travis. I appreciate that. And we want more people to just get involved. And we need more musicians to speak up.
Yeah,
One thing
because
I've noticed, like Jay-Z, I think he has his own platform. He's not messing around with none of this stuff. If you
right.
want his music, you got to pay for it, and that's where
Oh
we
yeah.
all as musicians
And that's
and
where it
artists got
should
to
be.
get back to.
Right.
Yeah.
And it should be to that.
Mhm.
Because you know what? People are gonna pay. If you love something, they're gonna be right there and they're gonna pay for it.
Yeah.
Whatever you love, you back.
Yeah, we
You
pay for
know.
everything else.
Yeah. You figure you waste in a week's time, you waste money. So in snacks and
We
whatever.
pay for everything else. I don't know what the tickets are, but folks gonna be at that New York Jets and Kansas City Chiefs football game on Sunday, and because Taylor Swift got involved, I don't know all the details, but I guess she's dating
Mm-hmm.
somebody, so the tickets went sky high, and guess what? The folks paid for it.
Pay for it.
It's only with
You
music and
You
musicians.
pay for what you love.
There you go.
You
There
pay
you
for
go.
what
And
you love.
But that's why I don't understand. So since folks they love music, but they want to stream it. It's like something went wrong. And Sam kind of, he used some great analogies earlier. Um, I just wish I want a little bit of everything. This is what I want. I want the old time way, where you had to buy the whole project,
Mhm.
but yet the new way of convenience. We got to find a way
to
to
bring
put that
those
together,
to
merge
bridge
that
that
together.
gap. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I
And that's the whole
want the
thing.
old time way. I like the idea back in the days I could go to Tower Records and sit there and play a record. And
Mhm.
I like you said, may not like the whole entire album, but that's okay. Give me
Right.
I want to take this with me.
Right.
And
Right.
now, but we've gotten
Exactly.
in the day, we can't. Folks won't even download one song for 99 cents.
They won't. They
And I'm
won't.
not a violent person, but when I find that out, it makes me I just want to pluck somebody.
Exactly.
You can't download
Yeah.
a song for 99
For
cents.
99 cents. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't get it.
And
I'm
I
sorry,
think that's
Sam. I
wrong.
know I got tired. I digress. Let me let y'all. This thing is just so upsetting because all of us are passionate about our music,
Right. And I'm
and not
working
just
on
my
a
music. I want to see others make it.
right.
I,
And
I
and
want to
I'm
see.
working on a project now for myself, my
Hmm.
first solo project, and never really knew how the details of it. I never really knew, like, wow, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta prepare for this, I gotta put this together. It's gonna cost that. So when you put out that type of money for, I mean, a really, really good quality project, you
Hmm.
don't want nobody getting it for free.
That's right.
Least,
That's right.
least support me.
At least support. That's
Support my
right.
endeavors. Support. I'm not telling you, go out and buy, 5 and 6 copies and distribute them to a friend. But buy, no,
Oh
just
yeah, yeah.
support. Buy one.
We used to do that a lot. Folks did that a lot. I'm one. Sam's laughing. He knows. He was just
Yeah.
talking about that earlier.
Hmm.
Travis is saying he's from Florida, West Florida. We've been talking about starting a musicians union of some sort. That sounds great, brother. I'm down with that. Samuel Talbot. Oh, Samuel. I'm his younger brother, Sam. Okay.
No, someone was
That, oh,
someone thought I was my older brother. So I just want to let her know.
oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm just reading the Sylvia Cooper. Oh, I guess she was saying y'all look so much alike. Okay. I've got a way to bring the two together. Yeah, we're gonna have another discussion on this, and yeah, we gotta have to somehow come together, uh, as musicians all over America, and just try to figure this thing out. So I guess I'm gonna quit because I know we've been at it a while. Let's wrap it up so we can have some more to talk about the next series. So Samuel, give us your final take on um, what we discussed tonight, and what do you see as a possibility of improving this condition of streaming?
Music still is as powerful as the spoken word, and I think we
Hmm.
have we have proven that by how one person could put out a very basic song and garner over 100 million views just from that one song. But
Hmm.
it's all about timing and about your audience. We of course have been solely dedicated to our Christian audience, not recognizing that the gatekeepers of music let everybody into this side. So we're not just competing against the
Hmm.
negative powers, but the powers of everyone. Now our
Hmm.
music has to sound like in order to get the same views. I feel until we recapture that sound that brought other people to our church from their church when their church closes, will we begin to cultivate a new generation of listeners. We got to forget about people of, the baby boomers of my age. We're
Right.
gone. We're going to listen to our jazz, and nobody can take that from us. But
Hmm.
this new generations past, we've got to see what they want to eat musically, and
Hmm.
begin to cultivate a whole new generation of listeners.
Yes.
But with an old sound.
Right. 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 Okay. Okay. Appreciate that. Hello, Sylvia. Thank you for listening. Carla, thank you for listening. My friend Carla. Travis, yeah, we got to get together. I like the comments. Anthony, give us some final remarks on what you think, and a possible solution. And we'll continue this when we do our second series on this.
I think that we as people have to learn how to support each other. I think so far people have not supported each other in their endeavors. I feel that when you're doing something positive as a person, that there should be some support given to you say, hey, go on, I'm backing you, I'm behind you, you know, in your endeavors and what you're doing. And if we're putting out great content, you know, our thing, we're gospel musicians, we're people of Christ. And so we're putting out stuff in that vein that if it's got a good message and it's about God and it's about what he's done, it's about all those wonderful things that are built around Christ, the people should want to rally behind it and support it. But you have those that just don't want to support and those that just want to, you know, get it for free. And the thing is, now if we do that, the artists suffer. So we should all be mindful. Let's not have the artists suffer. Let's all rally together to get them where they gotta go. Because at the end of the day, fans can make you or break you. Fans can make you or break you. So if we can, if people can come together and say, you know what, he's got a great project, especially the people, you know, people that are in your arena supporting you. You know, it's nothing like when somebody that's in your arena, they don't support. They look at it like, okay, well, that's cool, I'll check it out, but you know, but the reality is we all need to come together and help each other. You know, there was this scripture where God asked Cain, God asked Cain, where is Abel? And Cain came back and said, am I my brother's keeper? And yes, we are our brother's keeper. And anything that our brother or our sister is doing that's positive, we should rally behind it to make it as, number one, as feasible.
Right. Okay.
You know?
Good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you, Sylvia, for your remarks. Franklin is watching. Tim Hall is watching. I think that's correct. Okay. Well, I thank you, gentlemen. Once again, audience, Sam Talbert, who's a gospel musician here in New York and very talented. Anthony Corley, who's a talented bass player. And I just want to make it clear, yes, and I'm a keyboardist, producer, all of that. And I love gospel music, but I want to be clear that this is all genres are affected. And everything that you just said, Anthony, that applies to all genres.
Everybody.
You know, we have to support everybody. Jazz musicians, classical, rock, okay, hip hop, whatever, okay. And you know, all I'm saying is, whether we like certain genres or we don't like certain genres, as musicians and artists, we have to stand together because all genres are affected. It's not any particular genre. Everybody is being affected by this streaming stuff.
Right.
And we're putting too much work into our craft.
Right.
To be, at the end of the day, people just, nothing else is for free. We got to pay for football games. We got to pay for basketball games. We got to go to restaurants and eat. We pay for that. Everything else that we do in life costs, and we understand that. So where did it go? Where did we go where it's okay to stream somebody's hard-earned music for free?
And I'm noticing.
I think if the top artists in each genre speak out and not only speak out but do something to change the narrative, because it's not cool. It's just not good. When the internet came into play, that's when a lot of this started happening, and we're losing out. And thank God, I love what I do, just like you guys do, because if it wasn't for the love, we wouldn't be putting out any music. It was based on just what was coming from streaming.
Right.
We would have gave up a long time ago, but we love music too much to stop. So I encourage, before we end this, I'm encouraging musicians and artists, start looking into investing in yourself. Invest in your own platform.
Right.
So when you're ready to put out your music, you don't have to go through hoops and all of that. and you don't have to feel like you're being robbed. And I get it. And some of these platforms, they're very popular, so a lot of people go to them quicker than they might go to
Hmm.
your platform or whatever. But in the long run, you gotta work it. We gotta find a way to work and build our own platforms so we're not suffering like this. All right, gentlemen, I thank you so much. This has really been a healthy conversation. Some a conversation we need to have again. Again, Samuel Talbert, who is a professional pianist, organist. He has tutorials on YouTube. This man is no joke. I've known him for years. He's very talented. His family's very talented. Look him up. Um, support his music. As you heard earlier, Anthony Corley is a phenomenal bass player. He's getting ready to do. He was telling me earlier he's doing. I didn't even know he was working on something. He's getting ready to. He's gonna be doing some singing. He's gonna be doing some playing. He's gonna be doing some rapping and some whatever. He's very talented. I'm just grateful to be surrounded by talented uh, brothers and sisters, especially here in New York. So, all right. Um, Again, I'm getting ready to sign off. So, if there's any artists who would like to join us in this discussion, and of course, play my music, we play independent artists, especially their music, no matter if you're just coming up or you've been out there for a while. Uh, Shoot us an email at playmymusic711 at gmail.com. That's playmymusic711 at gmail.com. All right. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank
God
you.
bless you. And
God bless you,
I'm
man.
looking to. I'll be nagging y'all in another couple days or so to come back. Is that all right?
All
That's
right.
cool. Cool. It's all
Okay.
right.
Again, thank you, audience, everybody who tuned in and watched and gave your comments. Please come back and visit us again. Peace.
Peace.
Take care.
All right. Oh, yeah, yeah. All right, gentlemen.
I think you lost one.
Yep, he's already out. All right, that's okay. We're ending. All right, Sam, we'll be talking.
All right. One idea, perhaps, if you will allow it,
Sure.
for those of us that do have something on a streaming site that we could post it.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
This
yes,
way,
yes.
we can get support from people who know that, like, if you have a project that is on iTunes or on Spotify, that's a paid site that it can be advertised,
Yes, yes.
or even maybe not on this platform, but a way, because I'll often do it on my page just to remind people that I'm probably going to do that again now.
Mm-hmm.
Just go back to those sites I have and repost for the people who have been coming to my page. I don't know if you've been keeping up with all of those reels that I've been doing on Facebook.
Some of them, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've picked up probably 5,000 followers since I've been doing
Ooh.
that.
Wow.
They actually follow me on my page. So anytime I post something new, they all get notified, and then I see on my notifications, 300 people watch this, 500 people watch
So
that.
you're saying that's on the reels?
That's on the reels.
Okay.
And I'm basically just showing a minute and 30 seconds of gospel chords for musicians, piano players, and organists.
Right, I see that. I see you doing that.
So I'm going to repost my links to my music to people who say, hey, you want to support me, go to this site and download.
Okay. Hey, that's good, great information. All right, we're going to talk about that next time. Reels and other ways of gaining traction to what you're doing.
You've
Okay?
got to build your own audience now.
Yeah, man, that's what it's all about. We can't depend on these platforms because they're not thinking about us.
And what's really good about it is that those people who are watching me will share with their friends.
Yes, yes, that's another key. Yeah, you gotta get people to share. So all of y'all watching out there, y'all, this is gonna, it's gonna end. But share the video.
Are
with
we
your
still
friends.
live?
Yeah, we're still live. I was
thought we
about
were
to end,
done.
but that's all right. Folks need to hear this. It's okay, but we're out of here now.
All right.
All right, bro. Good to talk to you, man. Thank you so much.
Take care.
You too. Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, I got carried away. Good night, y'all.